And off to the Laurel Park opener. I've got a plan. Gets the first call out of the gate. Here's Crack the Safe on the outside, showing the early foot, and Pat's Factor down to the rail in third position. Back to Seville Row and Volta. More Noble Mischief on the far outside is Popping, who's next as they move to that turn run. Here is Grecian Pharaoh down to the rail. Alongside of that, the two-path of Samoa Sunset. Back to Senor Seville, who's next in line, and Love Life down to the inside, and trailing the field is Strolled On By. So around that turn, Crack the Safe from the far outside post grabs that lead a length, and over to that rail on the 52 feet of the Dahlia course is Crack the Safe leading almost 2 lengths from Pat's Factor, taken back second spot. I've got a plan to the outside in third position. Noble Mischief is just fourth, and the inside Seville Row is in fifth. They're alternating there, fourth and fifth. Another 2 lengths back, Popping. Volta More on the inside. Then it is Grecian Pharaoh, who's still got 8 or 9 to make up while saving ground. Samoa Sunset and Strolled On By. Love Life and Senor Seville trailing the field. Heading into the far turn, Crack the Safe made all the pace up front from Pat's Factor as they roll into the turn. Crack the Safe, 3 parts of a length. Pat's Factor second. Seville Row on the inside, looming a threat from third position. Baltimore swinging into action and coming out to the two-path, and Noble Mischief of the far outside, 3 or 4 wide. And now Grecian Pharaoh's getting interested. Here's Grecian Pharaoh and Caramanas. They get a split in between horses angling off the inside. Grecian Pharaoh's coming with a kick. Grecian Pharaoh 1 furlong left to go, striking a narrow lead. Grecian Pharaoh from Seville Row and Samoa Sunset on the outside. Samoa Sunset center of the course. Grecian Pharaoh trying to sustain with a 60th of a mile left to go. Grecian Pharaoh holding off. Samoa Sunset to win. Then Seville Row and Strolled On By, and it's close fifth. And Volney. 7 ace lined up, they're off. Volney with a good beginning. Behind the couches there, and Factor in the heat, mixing it up too with Miss Tap Dance on the inside. Assume. So they sorted Miss Tap Dance is now the speed of the speed from behind the couch in second. On the outside, Volney and Assume down to the rail. In between horses, Factor in the heat and Devilish Affair trailing 7 off that pace. Miss Tap Dance at a spry clip up front, leads it by a neck from behind the couch, and second on the outside is pressing the issue. It's 2 lengths back, and Assume getting a golden trip from third, and Factor in the heat. In between horses, fourth, Volney is pressured there from fifth on the outside, and Devilish Affair trying to run on from the back, only 5.5 or 6 off the leader. Into the far turn, Miss Tap Dance ahead in front from behind the couch. 2 lengths to Factor in the heat, and Assume is racing fourth. Volney and Devilish Affair still in the back. They move past that 5/16 pole. Miss Tap Dance been going a hot pace up front. Miss Tap Dance behind the couch, and here's Factor in the heat, sweeping past them on the outside to take a narrow lead. They make the turn for home. Factor Factor in the heat. Factor in the heat, opening up now 2 lengths on Miss Tap Dance. Down to the inside. Racing third is Assume. And then behind the couch and between horses, Devilish Affair on the far outside. Factor in the heat. 4 in front with a 16th left to go. Factor in the heat. And Kevin Gomez are coming home at 12-1. A scramble for second. Assume there with Miss Tap Dancing behind the couch. And they're off. Buoy 2-step, sluggish to begin. Line change first away, Stronger Than Dex moves to second, and Outkissed in between horses. To the far outside is Dat Haas is moving up too. Dat Haas now just taking third, and Mr. 19 down to the inside in fourth. Outkissed is back in fifth. Von Hoff is racing 6-5 lengths to the front as he headed to the far turn run, and Buoy 2-step, and Icy Minister saving ground but last. Into the turn, line change sets that tempo ahead in front from Stronger Than Dex. Dat Haas moving up to join him while 3 wide, and Mr. 19 is fourth. Outkissed is racing in fifth, and Van Hoff still has 6 to make up, is coming to the outside now. They're at the top of the stretch where it's line change. Dat Haas head to head for the lead. Outkissed coming to join to the far outside, and Stronger Than Dex. Von Hoff's got to do a little better, flattened out a bit. It's line change still going strong. Line change by 2. Outkissed trying second on the outside and gaining little by little. Outkissed, line change out of the inside. Line change just there, holding on by a half length. Line change and Charlie Marquez. Line change to do it from Outkissed second. Von Hoff was third. Dat Haas finished fourth. And Stronger Than Dex. Minute 3:76. And they're off. You can never tell. Good break. And there goes Mosby's Ranger out to the lead. Mosby's Ranger, Joseph Israel's on the chase to the inside. You can never tell. Broke sharp. It drops back a little bit. Royal Thunder is now taken third. Just wave and smile up close there as they journey for the far turn run. Then Shelley Island and Hushed Hijinks is on the outside. Rising Perry's in between horses. Back to Dragon Moon. You can never tell. Drops the second to last position. And trailing the field is New York One on the outside, 4 deep. Midpoint on the turn. Mosby's Ranger is tackled by Royal Thunder there on the outside to try to press the issue. Just wave and smile so to get a good spot in third as they turn in, and Joseph Israel's down to the inside. Then Shelley Island looking to run on a bit, and then Hushed Hijinks on the deep outside. There is Dragon Moon drifting wide for a share. Here comes Just Wave and Smile. Just Wave and Smile, 1 furlong out up to grab the lead. Just Wave and Smile opens up 2 lengths, and Hushed Hijinks trying to move into second. On the inside is Shelley Island, scramble for second. Just Wave and Smile to win, and a 3-way two-way photo there for second. Just Wave and Smile. Second wire finish, the 1-turn mile. And they're off. Crying for More is sent away. Supporting actor S for Early Speed on the outside. Dijon is moving forward, as well as L Equalizer and Don't Dare Me racing up on the inside. Al Brown up close. It is Don't Dare Me at the rail, and Dijon and also L Equalizer, 3 right across the track at a good clip. And next is Al Brown tracking leaders from 4th position, and Paint Music for me, the favorite, is in 5th and Crying for More. Supporting actor and trailing is Replicant. Replicant last has 13 to make up now. Good pace with Don't Dare Me down to the inside of the rail, leading the way. And L Equalizes second. Dijon is in third. Al Brown is in fourth. Paint Music for me trying to get underway now from 5th position. Now moving up 3 wide. Paint Music for me 5th, almost taking that 4th spot, but they've still got to catch Don't Dare Me. Don't Dare Me dares the field to catch, opens up 2.5 as they round that turn. Al Brown is second, and done. Paint Music for me on the outside, and Replicant at the rail is moving forward as well. L Equalizer drops back, then Crying for More, and Dijon and supporting actor. They race to the top of the stretch, more than a quarter of a mile left to go. Al Brown takes over the lead. Replicant, Paint Music for me to the outside. They're coming to the final furlong and a half, and it's Al Brown in front by 2.5 lengths from Replicant second. Paint Music for me is third, 1 furlong left to go. And here's Al Brown. Al Brown and Luis Batista there, 4 in front and bounding home from Replicant second, and Paint Music for me third. Don't Dare Me fourth. Al Brown. El Bochinche is 2-1. And they're off. Mosler's touch of the far outside, along with Looking for Love, showing early speed, and 9 Masked away in third position. And Gypsy's Image now takes that fourth spot. Torch Carrier is in fifth. El Milagro is in sixth, and Candy Corner seventh. X marks the spot, is racing in eighth position. El Bochinche down to the inside, followed by Varian, and the two in the back there are Cherlichna second to last, and Hidden Persuasion trailing the field. Mosler's touch out to the lead by 2 into the far turn. Mosler's touch in front. Mosler's touch from Looking for Love, and it's a gap of 3 more lengths. And next and third is Gypsy's Image trying to gain ground, and El Milagro swings to the outside, and 9 Masked down to the rail. The others have plenty to do now. Into the stretch, Looking for Love for a long and a half from the line, opens up, powers away 2.5 now, and 9 Masked in second. Center track is Torch Carrier, who's leveling off very late in the game. Torch Carrier third, and now charging second. It's Looking for Love in front. Torch Carrier diving down to the inside. Torch Carrier on a roll down to the rail. Torch Carrier up. Torch Carrier to win from Looking for Love. And then it was El Bochinche third. And they're off. Ziggy and Karen's Notion. Life Don't Owe You is next. Is Cry No More. Going to try to ride a little bit off that pace, the outside. And Kenny Had a Notion trailing the field. Ziggy goes on. Ziggy zips away. Ziggy from Cry No More leading about a length, heading for the far turn. A half mile left to go. Ziggy a length in front from Cry No More, the big favorite. Inside is Life Don't Owe You and Karen's Notion. The two path now. And Kenny Had a Notion. Last has 5 to make up. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Ziggy the one to catch from Cry No More. Half length behind in second. Karen's Notion and Life Don't Owe You and Kenny Had a Notion. Quarter of a mile left to run. They turn for home, and it's Ziggy kicking on. Ziggy from Cry No More is an all-out drive now. Ziggy willing by 2 with 1 furlong left to go. It's Cry No More. Outside is Kenny Had a Notion picking up late, and then Karen's Notion. Ziggy by 3 with a 16th to go. Scrambles on for second. Outside is Kenny Had a Notion at the rail. Karen's Notion. Ziggy Karen's Notion, and Kenny Had a Notion and Cry No More finish 4th. All opening day at Santa Anita, Gulfstream Park in the mix, and Golden Gate in the gate, and they're off. Radical right sharp break. He gone on the inside. Flashing up. He gone's got the lead. Trust Daddy quickly moves to second. And Radical right is in third. And Roll Dem Bones on the outside. Racing in fourth position. Northern Aurora drops back a little bit and passed by Holiday House. Then Auction Kingdom in Full of Mischief. And Made to Be Lucky is racing at the back of the pack there with Zata heading into the far turn. He gone a narrow lead. He gone. Trust Daddy is right there pressing every step of the way. And Holiday House is on the move. Holiday House just in behind the lead now, just two from the front. Radical right is in between horses, and Roll Dem Bones on the outside. They're into the stretch, quarter of a mile to go. It's a second wire finish. On the outside, Trust Daddy going on willingly. He Guns giving it a good battle, shifting a little on the inside, but coming back for more. Holiday House is trying to pick them up for third, 1 furlong left to go, and Radical right is in fourth. Trust Daddy's in front. Trust Daddy with Holiday House rolling up on the outside. Trust Daddy in front. Holiday House trying to make it close. Trust Daddy, Holiday House, Trust Daddy. Trust Daddy from Holiday House and Radical Right. Lined up. And they're off. Clean break. Keeping the piece, good break. Solomonic 2, and then the outside now. Here goes Hard Fought, and Hard Fought is going to show speed to a narrow lead. Hard Fought keeping the piece down inside, counters right back early, and Worry Sky now chasing them from third onto that turn run, and Solomonic is next in fourth, and Donji is in fifth as they round that turn, and Vincent Van Gogo is next in sixth, and Mozone down to the inside. Lucky Ramsey is in between horses. Chateau de Vizille is next, and Crazy Cater as Minister Strike has one beaten at this point. It's Posterity, who's a long way back. Got to be 27 to 30 lengths off that pacemaker out there as Keeping the Peace takes off and opens up now. 4 or 5 length advantage. Keeping the Peace up top with Hard Fought closest one in second. Worry Sky is in third. Vincent Van Gogo fourth, and Solomonic is in fifth, and it's Donji Racing sixth. Chateau de Vizille is next. Lucky Ramsey's in that group too, about a dozen from the front still, and Minister Strike has about 15 to make up at this point. Back to Mozone and Posterity second last position, and Crazy Caters in the back of the pack. Hard Fought takes over into the far turn. Chased by Worry Sky is moving to second. Vincent Van Gogo on the move there from third. Keeping ripping to pieces, plummeting to the back of the pack, and Solomonic, then Chateau de Vizille with 6 lengths to make up at this point. And here comes Minister's Strike with a wide looping rally at the top of the stretch, widest of them all on the red silks. They make the turn for home. Hard Fought is the leader. Hard Fought leads by some 3 lengths from Vincent Van Gogo. Minister's Strike way out the center of the track from between horses Lucky Ramsey. Deep on the outside from dead last is Crazy Cater. Posterity's picking it up too. And here's Minister's Strike to the front with Posterity now. And Minister's Strike is the leader. Minister's Strike going to take him home. Second will be Posterity. Close third there, Vincent Van Gogo, then Hard Fought and Crazy Cater. Minute 49.80 the running time.